Welcome to the Intuitive Therapist Podcast with Janis R. Cohen, therapist, clairvoyant, empath, and medium. Listen in as she takes a no-nonsense deep dive into real human struggles and how to resolve them. Janis will share channeled information from her spirit guide team, as well as the angels and archangels, to help you master your emotional, physical, financial, and spiritual destiny. And now, Janis R. Cohen.
Hey y'all, this is Janis Cohen, the Intuitive Therapist, here on the Intuitive Therapist Podcast. Unbelievable that we are into March, but hey, that's life, and y'all know as you get older, life seems to kind of go faster. In that vein, I want to talk to you about 7 hard truths about life and how to deal with them. So if you're a veteran listener of my podcast or have worked with me, in any capacity, then you know my style, direct with love and compassion. And it's just my way. And so far, for the vast majority of clients and listeners, it seems to work. What I've realized is that the words I speak, and hear me humbly when I say this, because this is just the truth. The words I speak are infused with a vibration that allows for people to digest messages, especially hard messages. In truth, the vibration is high and non-abrasive, even if the words themselves might be on their own. And this gives me the opportunity to cut to the chase with my clients, addressing what needs to be addressed, and then identifying ways to move forward that are specifically designed for that person. It's been proven to be a winning combination in my work. And most recognizable for me is the fact that I have been called to use every single part of my life to help others. There is almost nothing off limits for me to use as a reference tool in my life in working with clients. I really do operate as an open book, and I feel like that makes a huge difference in my work with clients. Sure, I'm guided about what and how to share things, and have also become immune, really, to how people receive or interpret what I share. When I tell you kind of like I just don't really care, it's not that I don't care. I want people to find value in what I say, but what people do with what I say, it doesn't impact me at all. I don't care what you do with it. I want you to have value, but if you don't, not an issue for me. So I'm just not affected by it anymore. And what people choose to do with it, like I said, is up to them, and they're responsible for that, not me, right? So that's something for you to remember too. If you share from a truly genuine place, most people will receive it with a genuine heart because the energy behind your message is felt beyond the words that you use. And that's why I find there's kind of magic in my ability to express to other people. And so lately, I have been getting channeled messages about my need to watch out for people who feel threatened by me, and what I do and what I'm accomplishing. And at first, I was kind of uncomfortable with this. I thought, well, I don't want anybody to have a problem with what I do. I don't want to. It doesn't bother me if they do, but I don't want them to. And I surely don't want any haters, but I can handle it just fine. If there's anybody out there that doesn't like what I do, feels like whether there's envy, jealousy, competition, I'm sorry that that person or those people would feel that way. I would always want everybody to succeed. So it's been a running theme. I pull cards for myself every day. I channel, I write messages that are channeled for me every day. And this has been coming up, especially as I have been stepping in to a very, very high vibration. I mean, really fucking high. It's crazy. And that I'm really up in my game in my life, in my business, and that I'm calling in some very, very insanely amazing things this year. So that, being in that space, maybe it's intimidating to other people who aren't in that space, which I get. So It's been a running theme for me for the past several years now, and as time passes, those who feel this way are shown to me, and I'm guided to take my leave from them. But my style, my gifts, my higher knowing doesn't always sit well with people. I mean, I can't help that. And what I know for sure is that I'll never back down from sharing information that I'm guided to share, and I will always sense whether it's optimal to do so. It's just kind of the agreement that me and my spiritual team have. I'm always guided that way. And I ask that you also follow your guidance and share yourself with others, remembering that if it comes from a genuine place, it will be received genuinely, and that what people do with what you share is up to them, not you. And you're going to be surprised how receptive people will be when your kind and generous energy is behind your words. So, that said, I want to share with you the list of 7 hard truths about life that I came across the other day. This list, the items, were designed by Maria Consiglio. Okay, as always, I will add my 2 cents, my commentary, but I need to honor her authorship for the list itself. Okay, so please know that her points are mentioned and that I am elaborating. Here are the 7 hard truths. And I guarantee you all of these are going to resonate with you. I hope they do. And I hope it's helpful today. The first, everybody hurts. No one gets through this life without some kind of struggle. We're all here to learn and grow, and a lot of that happens through struggle. You've heard the saying, hurt people, right? Well, we all become porcupines at times and find it hard to move through difficulties. The thing is that no matter what socioeconomic status, culture, race, religion, gender, every single person has their own personal struggles. If you're human, you struggle. If you're human, you are not immune to struggle. This is a part of life. However, how you deal with those struggles is really the key, isn't it? It's always the key. To change your circumstance, you must first change how you perceive it. And then you need to lean into the resourcefulness that you have to move out of it and use it to your advantage. Second truth, no one cares. Really, this is so true. Y'all listen to this. Whether you create the life you want or not, no one gives a shit. And I'm not saying your family or the people closest to you, but pretty much other people outside of that real core group of people you consider your tribe, your immediate family. No one really does give a shit, and here's why. You have to do what you need to do for you, and you have to stop giving a shit what people think. And when I tell you that people really don't care what you do, I mean it, I mean it, I mean it. I remember going through a really tough time in 2008. About 2008. Yeah, 2008. I became quite well known in a particular community. And the challenge is that what I was going through, because I was known by so many people, it became public really fast. And the incident happened on a Friday, okay? And I was terrified about how people would react when they found out when I got back to my job on Monday. No, I was not hurt, and nor did I hurt somebody else or commit a crime. I promise you it was not illegal. But I made a decision to end my engagement. And I really felt like people would judge me as being really kind of fucked up because there she goes again, another relationship down the tubes. So it turns out that was really my projection and my issue, not theirs. And all this projection that I did amounted to everyone completely defying my fear of their judgment and ridicule. It was to my shock, in all honesty. And it turns out that I received an incredible amount of support from my community. And within about 5 minutes, all the gossip ended and people went back to their lives. So in truth, nobody really gave a shit what happened to me. Everyone is so consumed. This is the truth. Everybody is so consumed by their own lives. And that's just the truth. We're so caught up in ourselves, we turn our heads for 5 minutes to deal with the gossip, and then we get back to our lives because we're so entrenched in our own daily struggles that giving anybody else priority over that is really exhausting. And it kind of really just doesn't happen. So the next time you're worried about what people think, seriously, let that shit go. Even if you're famous, on the news, the hype of all of that slows down and fizzles. And again, people go on with their lives. Relax. Seriously, do what you need to do for you. It will work out. And whoever can't handle your decisions or what's going on in your life, just know that's their issue, not yours. Number 3. Y'all know this one. Life is not fair. Shocker. Truth is, look, you have to love yourself through the injustice that happens to you. Really, it happens for you. Everything is always happening for you. Once you make that shift from life happening at you or to you to life happening for you, you're golden. You can then use what happens to your advantage. So quit getting stuck and dwelling on how life isn't fair. Yeah, it sucks. It's not fair. It's unjust. But you get into a pity party, and you don't need to because that doesn't solve or resolve the disparity. Find a way to make your circumstance work for you or create better circumstances for yourself, right? Whatever happens in your life, it's for you to deal with and to figure out how to navigate through. No, life is definitely not fair. Nothing ever is. That we wouldn't learn if life was fair. But you can find a way to use what happens in your life to your advantage, like I said, and make lemonade out of lemons, honey. Right? Number 4. This is such a true one. It's such a good one. I mean, they're all true and good, but this one is I again giggled when I first read it. Everybody ages, but not everybody matures. Right? Y'all, like I said, when I read this one, I about fell out of my chair. This is so true. It's unfortunate, but if you understand the truth of the human experience, then you know that maturity and growth happen at the exact right times, in the exact right way. Trust me, there are many people in my life who I wish weren't so emotionally immature, but they are. And they just aren't ready to embrace the truth of themselves and show up for themselves, so they kind of stay in the little boy or little girl place. And they'd rather be angry or addicted or avoid dealing with life or cheat on people or blah, blah, blah. I mean, you name it, whatever you could think of. And the sad part about that is that if they would just lean into the desire to feel better about themselves instead of try to escape that all the time, they develop insight and grow in a heartbeat. That's really the magic. You just lean into the desire to feel better about yourself, and you'll be shown how. But not everybody's ready to do that. I know. So everybody ages, but not everybody matures. 5th one, some of our greatest lessons and best teachers are failures and heartache. I preach about this all the time, and I believe it. Truth is, here's the deal. Can I get an amen for this one, right? Y'all, if there are 2 truths that I've talked about over and over and over again, it's these 2. Failures and heartaches hurt the most, but they are the best teachers. And as a human being, you are going to fall flat on your ass more than you'd like to admit and experience heartbreak perhaps more times than you would care to. The thing is, if you don't realize how these experiences are there to teach you, you will just feel victimized by life and remain emotionally stunted. Hint the point before this one. Everybody ages, but they don't mature, right? So if you don't realize how these experiences are there to teach you, you're just going to feel victimized. And please don't do that. Take advantage of the yucky times, the heartbreaks, and learn whatever you can from them. I always tell clients who sign up with me, I say, you need to milk the shit out of our time. In other words, squeeze every ounce of learning, every ounce of energy, investment, every ounce of wisdom out of me and you. Why? Because they have a divine opportunity to gain real insight, knowledge, and become more confident and in control of themselves if they do that. So look at what has happened to you, not as a punishment. Life is not here to punish you. You got to learn your shit, but rather an opportunity to become an even better version of yourself. Please, there is no better time than now to do this. Number 6, we pay the price for the things we don't do to take good care of ourselves. Okay? Everything catches up with us. And not taking care of ourselves, our health, not saving more money, neglecting our relationships, our loved ones, neglecting our dreams and desires. These are just a few of the ways that people tend not to take care of themselves. Each of you can recall moments in your life where you're just spread too thin. I know I can. Where you failed to take care of yourself first, and the impact of that showed up in other areas of your life. And you got burned out. Self-care isn't always easy to do. Shoot, with all the responsibilities each of us has, who has time to really take care of themselves? But self-care doesn't have to take a lot of time, y'all. It can be stopping to take 5 deep breaths, right? Sitting in your car, taking deep breaths before you walk into work, or drinking water and being mindful of how you're drinking it, or eating an ice cream cone and savoring the flavor as it crosses your tongue. Whatever you could do to honor yourself and your body, even a cat nap. That shit's good, y'all. Cat naps are the bomb. I want you to do it. Do that. Honor yourself and your body and what matters to you in your life. Find ways to take care of yourself. Trust me, it's good to practice creating as much balance as possible in your life between work and play and regular life. Last one. No one's coming to save you. Yep. You either work to create what you want in life, or chances are you won't get it. Okay, y'all, this one totally humbled me, but I want to clarify something for you. This doesn't mean you need to feel all alone. Sometimes we just want somebody to make our life easier because it's been hard. And I get it. I've been there. I've been there a lot, you know? And as you lead into your spirituality, your religion, or whatever source of inspiration you have to know that while you're here to create your own growth and progress, you are never alone in the process, even if you have no human being standing by your side. God, source, angels, archangels, spirit guides, people who've crossed over are all on your side, plus the people who are actually in human form in your life. Yes, no one is going to save you except for one person. And it ain't God either. It's you. None of us is victim of circumstances for our entire lives. I say it that way because when we're children, we're vulnerable to what adults decide for us and what we're subjected to, right? But as adults, as we come into our own mind, our own selves, our own decisions, and we mature, we could save ourselves every day by creating a compelling future for ourselves, striving to meet our ideal goals each day, and co-creating with source and spirit in the universe. Get it? Co-creating, right? To make our dreams come true. God, source, spirit, angels, team, guides, all of that. They're waiting for you to just claim what you want. They're waiting for you to say, you know what? Here's what I want. I don't know how. I need your help. Show me the way. And you co-create. That's why you're never alone. Nothing worth having in life is 100% easy. But life can be 100% easier when you lean on a power greater than you and live in flow. I'm going to say it again. Nothing worth having in life is 100% easy. But life can be 100% easier when you lean on a power greater than you and live in flow and co-create. Opening yourself up to guidance in each moment, literally each moment, and sharpening your trust and faith in yourself, God, and universe. That's literally the secret. Okay? You see, the universe wants what you want. And even better, most of the time, right? So get clear on what you want to do, be, and have in your life. And then ask for guidance from Source. I promise you that you will be guided to the right people, the right circumstances, at just the right time, and your dreams will become a reality quicker than you imagined. You're capable. You're creative. You are stronger and more resilient than you give yourself credit for. Quit playing small and take chances in your life. Test the waters of how supported you are, the synchronicities, the ahas, the insights. Play all out and crush the competition, y'all. There's nothing worse than having your dreams play out in somebody else's life. And I'll leave you with that. I wish you a blessed day, a wonderful week, and as always, live intuitively.
Thanks for listening to The Intuitive Therapist. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to share this podcast with a friend, and be sure to give us some stars and a favorable review at Apple Podcasts or wherever you listen in.